Wait a minute, get it how you live it. 10 toes in when we standing on business. I'm a big stepper, understand my thoughts. Top notch hoes, get the most and the most. Right there, pushing culture, baby, that's
Before you watch this video, please click subscribe and turn on the notification.
Hello guys, welcome back to a Universal Time on Roblox. Today, I'm not going to make a tutorial video or anything like that. Instead, I'm going to make a video about the trait tier list, as requested by this guy. So, give credits to him, guys. Okay, so here we go. Let's start with the mythical trait. So, the first one is Godly Mythical Trait. Of course, I'm going to put it in the S tier because it gives you a lot of damage reduction, and random debuff effects to the target. Okay, so the next one is the Temporal Mythical Trait. This trait is actually pretty good in PvP. However, to be honest, if you know how to counter it, it's going to be easier to fight against. So, I'm going to put it on the A tier. Alright, the next one is the Spiritual Mythical Trait. This trait is going to be overpowered, but not every ability can use it. The abilities I know that can use this trait are Gojo and Shadow, because those two abilities needs a lot of HT bar. So, I'm going to put it in the A rank. Next up is the RCT Mythical Trait. Honestly, the RCT Mythical Trait is somewhat average. It's really good for farming because it heals your health bar as long as you have the HT bar. So I'm going to put it on B rank. Next is the Ryoiki Mythical Trait. Its value has been declining significantly. This trait is actually pretty good because it provides hyper armor, but hyper armor is only active above 50 bar. So I'm going to go put it on B rank. Okay, let's move on to the Hex Godly Mythical Trait. The Hex Godly trait is actually better than the Godly trait, provided there are no exhausted states. However, because the Godly trait generally performs better, I'm going to place the Hex Godly trait in the A rank. Next is the Hex Temporal Trait. Unlike the Temporal Trait, this one gives you a lot of movement speed when the passive stat is activated. However, when you become exhausted, your movement speed drops significantly. Because of this, it's really not great, so I'm going to put it in the D rank. Next is the Hex Spiritual Trait. This trait is pretty good, not gonna lie, but there is an insanity state that reverses your movement. Despite this drawback, it's still quite effective, so I'm going to put it in the A rank. Lastly, we have the Hex Ryoiki trait. This trait provides permanent hyper armor, but it's only beneficial for a few abilities because you can't get an HT bar while using this Hex Mythic trait, so I'm going to put it on C rank. So, that's all for the mythical trait tier list. This is just my opinion. Okay. Alright. Let's move on to the legendary trait tier list. Okay. So now it's time for the legendary trait. The first one is going to be the Prime legendary trait. Well, Prime is kind of mid, so I'm going to put it at A rank. Okay, next is Gambler. Well, Gambler is better than Prime, but I'm still going to put it on A rank. The next one is Deferred. It used to be the best legendary trait, but I think it has been nerfed for some reason. So, I'm going to place it at B rank. Next is Voided. Well, Voided isn't that great and has really low demand, so I'm going to place it at C rank. Next one is Economic. Economic is bad, bro, trust me. So I'm going to put it on C rank. Next is Cursed. Cursed isn't that great, so I'm going to place it at C rank. Alright. Next is True. True has a really low demand, just like Voided, but it's more worse than that. So, I'm just going to put it on D rank, sorry. Next one is Solar. Well, Solar is really good trait for PvP because it gives you attack speed, but I'm still going to put it on C rank. Next is Angelic. Well, of course it's going to be a D rank. Next is Overflowing, and yes, a D rank. Next is Vampiric. It's pretty good, so it's going to be a B rank. Okay, next is Cultivation. Well, Cultivation isn't that really good, so I'm going to put it on B rank. Oh wait, C rank. Next is Gluttonous. It's a smaller version of Spiritual, so it's fairly good. I'm going to place it at B rank. Okay, now Hex Leg trait. Hex Cultivation trait. The most powerful trait in game. If this trait doesn't got nerfed, this trait gonna be more overpowered, bro. So it's S rank. Next is Hex Angelic. This one is better than Angelic, but C rank. Hex Cursed. Good, so B rank. Hex Deferred. Well, you can kill yourself with this trait. Really bad, so D rank. Hex Gluttonous. Well, it's good trait. so it's B rank. Hex economic trait. This one is much better than economic, so it's A rank. Hex prime trait. Well, nah, prime more better, so it's B rank. Hex overflowing. Didn't change much, so still D rank, sorry. Hex gambler trait. One of the best leg trait, so of course I'm gonna put it on S rank. Hex true trait. Kinda familiar like Hex deferred, but it's better, so C rank. Hex vampiric trait. One of the best trait, a real tanky, so it's A rank. Hex solar. One of the best trait for PvP, B rank. Last one is Hex voided. This is much better than the normal one. It has more value than the voided, so I'm going to put it on A rank. So that's it for the trait tier list I made. It's based on my experience, so I apologize if some of you disagree with the rankings. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video, and goodbye.